Do you ever feel like you're not supposed to be where you are? Like you're just putting on a show and anyone could find out any second? I want you to know that if you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. I've been on an amazing journey to get over imposter syndrome. My self-doubt and feelings of not being good enough were making my life fall apart. But I refuse to let imposter syndrome define me. I went on a journey of self-discovery that changed my life, and now I want to tell you about it because it really works. At the start of my journey, I thought a lot about myself. I looked honestly at my thoughts, my fears, and the limiting ideas that were holding me back. I realized that imposter syndrome was always there with me, telling me I wasn't good enough. But I didn't want to be ruled by those rumors any longer. I asked experts, psychologists, and trainers who knew a lot about imposter syndrome for advice. They helped me figure out the truth about why I felt like I wasn't good enough, and gave me ways to deal with those negative thoughts. With their help, I put together a toolbox of ways to deal with imposter syndrome whenever it showed up. One of the most useful things I learned was how to change the way I think. I stopped seeing my mistakes as failures and started seeing them as chances to learn and get better. I agreed with the idea that making mistakes is a necessary part of learning. By changing how I thought about my mistakes, I turned them into steps on the way to success. I didn't stop there, though. I knew it was important to have people who could help me. I surrounded myself with people who were cheerful, upbeat, and believed in me. These mentors, friends, and co-workers became my cheerleaders. They reminded me of my skills and pushed me to reach my full potential. Their constant help was an important part of my trip. I also learned that it was important to celebrate my successes, no matter how small they seemed at the time. I realized that giving myself credit for my hard work wasn't about bragging, it was about seeing how far I'd come and giving myself the credit I earned. By recognizing my successes, I built up a sense of self-belief and confidence, which helped break the hold that imposter syndrome had on me. I changed how I thought about things and built a network of people who could help me. I also learned the power of self-compassion. I learned to be kind and patient with myself, and accept the fact that I'm only human. I let go of the goals I had set for myself that were too high and made way for growth and self-acceptance. Self-compassion was the first step in my journey to get over imposter syndrome. Setting realistic goals and taking small, doable steps towards them were also important parts of my journey. I didn't want to confuse myself with big goals, so I broke them down into smaller steps. I felt better about myself and more inspired to keep going as I reached each milestone. I also learned the value of talking to myself. I started to pay more attention to the words I used when I talked to myself, and I made a point of replacing negative self-talk with positive and encouraging words. Affirmations helped me change how I saw myself and develop a more positive outlook on life. During my journey to get over imposter syndrome, I learned how accepting discomfort can change you for the better. I learned that personal growth and growth as a person often happen just outside our safe zones. I gave myself the task of taking new chances, even if they scared me. Every time I faced my fears, I learned something new, grew in confidence, and proved myself right. I proved to myself that I could do more than I had thought. I want to remind you that growth is not always made in a straight line. Along the way, you will face setbacks and times when you question yourself. But don't forget that every setback is a chance to learn and get better. Take these experiences as important lessons and keep going. I also want to stress how important self-care is to getting over imposter syndrome. It is very important to take care of your physical and mental health. Make time for things that make you happy and calm down. Practice awareness and take care of yourself in ways that help you feel better. Taking care of yourself gives you the strength and courage to deal with the problems that come with imposter syndrome. Also, it's important to develop a growth attitude. Believe that you can improve your skills and intelligence through hard work and commitment. Look at problems as chances to learn and grow, and see loss as a step on the way to success. When you have a growth mindset, you can look at problems with curiosity and the idea that you can learn and get better. Don't forget how powerful it is to find your own voice and be true to yourself. In a world that often rewards people who are like everyone else, let yourself shine by being yourself. Know that your experiences, points of view, and skills are important. When you accept who you are, you not only get over imposter syndrome, but you also give other people the courage to do the same. It wasn't easy for me to get over imposter syndrome, but every step was worth it. As I did these real things and changed the way I thought, I slowly regained my sense of self-worth and reached my full potential. You can do the same thing, I want you to know. You have the power to break away from imposter syndrome and live a real, successful life. So, stop letting self-doubt hold you back. Accept your strengths. Question your negative thoughts. Build a support network. Celebrate your successes. Be kind to yourself. Put self-care first. Have a growth mindset. And accept who you are. Thank you for coming along with me to learn about imposter syndrome. Now, start your journey today and find out all the amazing things you can do.